So, Antonio Brown helmet drama. We got some breaking news around Antonio Brown. According to Adam Schefter, Brown has told the Raiders he will not play again without his helmet. Not a teddy bear, not a blanket, but without his helmet. So, Antonio Brown has filed a grievance against the NFL for the new helmet policy. For those of you that don't know what the new helmet policy is, guess what? I got you. In 2017, the NFL banned 4 types of helmets. One of those helmets is the one that Antonio Brown uses. Also, some notable players that were upset about this helmet policy. Quarterback Aaron Rodgers, quarterback who invented Tuck Rule Tuck That, Tom Brady of the New England Patriots. So some players were grandfathered for 2018, but have had to switch this year. So last year, Tom Brady, his first 3 games, he used the new helmet. And then he was kind of like, you know what? I don't like this helmet. I'm going to go back to my old one. So Tom Brady is another player who has shown some issues with this new NFL helmet policy. Now, I first saw this, and I kind of laughed at this entire thing. So I want to know from everybody who's watching right now, I mean, how stupid is this whole thing, right? I mean, how dumb is the fact that I'm here on my day off talking about a grown man not being able to wear a helmet that he wants, throwing a temper tantrum, and now going to retire? This was a 10 for me. I can't believe I've been doing this now at Chat Sports for 2 years. 2 years. And now I'm doing a breaking news show around Antonio Brown, our star wide receiver, because he can't wear the helmet that he wants to wear. How stupid is this whole thing? It's a 10. This one is a 10. 10 Chucky heads. F this, F that, believe it, baby. I don't even know what to say. This one's 10 Chucky heads for me. But 1, not stupid. 10, very stupid. If you type 1, personally, I think you're stupid. So, if Antonio Brown, let's say hypothetically speaking, doesn't play for the Oakland Raiders, this is what the Raiders are going to march out there week 1 against the Denver Broncos. You got Tyrell Williams, who I am a big fan of. We signed him to 4 years, $44 million. Could stretch the field, 6'4", but then you're going to have Marcell Aitman. I believe he's going to be the wide receiver too. Now, I expect Aitman and J.J. Nelson to get a little bit more work, okay? Because I think J.J. Nelson has that elite speed. Aitman is more of a safe receiver who really stepped up big for the Oakland Raiders back in Week 11 when he was basically forced to play because we traded Amari. Jordy Nelson went down. Also, Brandon LaFell went down. And then I think Hunter Renfrow, who has been very impressive, I would expect Tyrell Williams, Aitman, Renfrow. But here's the other thing. Don't sleep on a guy like Jalen Richard if Antonio Brown decides to, call God, say deuces, and then, that's basically it, right? I mean, Jalen Richard had 68 receptions last year. Also, another player to consider, Darren Waller, who has been, according to all reports, unguardable. He's 6'6". He's 256 pounds. He's ran a better 40 time than Devontae Adams. He had a higher vertical leap at the combine than DeAndre Hopkins. Better 60 shuttle than that guy on screen. He had a better broad jump than Odell Beckham Jr. Darren Waller has been very impressive. Do I want Antonio Brown on the team? Yes. No doubt about it. He makes our team so much better. But this is what you're going to get with AB. You're going to get a diva. That's just part of it. So, if needed, okay, if we needed to, what wide receiver should Oakland sign? I want you guys to think about this because I got a list of 5 guys. Speaking of 5 guys, it actually sounds pretty good. You know what? Somebody in back there at Chat Sports, give me a 5 guys burger. That would be great. So if needed, what wide receiver should Oakland sign? I want you to think about it. I'm going to look down here in the comments section before I give you guys my 5 wide receivers, okay? I'm going to look down here. Let's see what we got. Ocho Cinco from Rick D. Freaking love it. You know what? Maybe we can go out and get Ocho Cinco and Chad Johnson. I see trade AB for Juju. Oh, Christ. Crabtree, Dez, Megatron, another Crabtree, Braxton Miller. Wow. Hang on. Oh, but trade back for Amari from IT's Burger. I think you're about to get blocked on this channel. Dez, Tansy Moss, Crabtree, Dez, Crabtree. I'm seeing a lot of the same answers. So here are 5 wide receivers that I think the Oakland Raiders could go out and sign. Number 1 guy on the list, Michael Crabtree. For those of you, and I'll even point to myself, that thought Michael Crabtree was with the Cardinals, he's not. It was just a PF, Pro Football Focus, jumping the gun a little bit. Cliff Kingsbury said that he's been interested in Crabtree, but I'll say this, Crabtree is hands down the best option to go out and get if Antonio Brown kind of goes AWOL because he knows that rapport with Derek Carr. I mean, heck, the dude's been very good. Then you got Martavis Bryant. Martavis Bryant is suspended, just so everyone is very, very clear on that, okay? And he is suspended. Sure, he's a tall dude. He's very athletic. He was also a past Raider. Personally, he wouldn't be my first choice on this list, but he's at least athletic. Then you have Terrance Williams. Also, I think he's an okay possession-type receiver. I think he would be that wide receiver, too, being able to compete with Marcel Aitman. Then you got Dez, right? Dez is the big name. Dez is a big-name player who unfortunately tore his Achilles last year, so I think it'd be interesting to see what we can get. And then Kelvin Benjamin, or that might be Whoopi Goldberg. I'm not quite sure. Either way, could be a tight end, wide receiver. Dead Raider says none of the above. Well, how about this, Dead Raider? I know you're one of my loyal watchers, which I appreciate, and you have a picture, and you've, I believe, had that picture for the last, from what looks like 30 years of your life. I know you're a loyal watcher, so how about this? Give me an option of a wide receiver that wasn't one of those 5 that you would like the Oakland Raiders to go out and sign. Now, a lot of you guys are really excited about the Oakland Raiders, and the last time I looked at my bookie, the Raiders had 60-1 odds to win the Super Bowl, okay? 60-1 odds. I'll tell you this right now. When you look at the Raiders' schedule, and then you consider the fact that they have 2 games without Richie Incognito, they're going to be 6 to 8 weeks without Gabe Jackson, and to be honest, I don't really expect Gabe Jackson to be back until after their Week 6 bye, because MCL sprains are not good. So what do you think the Raiders' record will be without AB? Huh? Considering we have probably the hardest schedule in the NFL, we'll play 7 teams that had 10 wins last year. We'll also have 7 teams that made the playoffs last year. Then, when we play our first 2 home games, we don't play home again until Week 9 against the Detroit Lions. So, what will the Raiders' record be without AB? I'm going to hear it in the comments. 4-12, 4-12, 8-8, 5-11, 4-12. Somebody still says 10-6, 8-8. So, we went from what? 11 wins to 8 wins without AB. Interested to see what it is. And then I also see this comment, which I absolutely love. Kelvin Benjamin is 2 biscuits away from playing right guard. You know what? Andy, a lot of the letters in your last name. I think that is a great idea. Let's get Kelvin Benjamin, feed him those 2 biscuits. Heck, let's bring back Chris Warren because he's already 270 pounds by now. Let's put them both at guard. Y'all hate me? Too bad.